Hey guys, I just want to give a quick overview of what you're going to see in the video in just a couple of seconds. The first thing that you're going to see is in the Google Drive, and it's a color-coded sheet that I've made for you that tells the order that you need to teach each strategy throughout the year. I also included a rubric that tells when you need to teach each strategy each 9 weeks. Maybe you need to print off one of these for every child, and you need to keep up with this throughout the year. Have the same sheet all year long, and as the year goes on, you need to start highlighting which ones they know, and once they know them, they've mastered it, and then you can keep going, because a lot of these kids are going to master these facts before the year is up. So there's no need to slow them down and stunt them from what they're capable of. The last thing that you're going to see in the video is a fluency graph, and so I want you guys to keep up with this all year long. I think it would be really good for the students to see this, and so they have a goal that they're trying to reach throughout the year. Also, it'll help you know that they need to reach 66 facts by the end of the year. The rubric will tell you how many facts they need to master by the end of each 9 weeks. So please keep up with that and let the kids know where they need to be each 9 weeks. I think this is going to be a great way to get us all on the same page so that we can build coherence across our school system. And I also plan to do this with the first grade teachers as well, so this will make things easier for everybody in the long run. Thanks so much. Please let me know or let Patty Reeves know if you have any questions. Y'all have a great day. I want you to look at this, and this has a lot of different addition facts on it. And do you know any of the answers to any of them?
0 plus 0 equals 0.
Okay.
1 plus 0 equals 1.
Okay.
2 plus 0 equals 2. 3 plus 0 equals 3.
You can just say the answers.
4,
Point to it as you say it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Let's look at 8 plus 0. How did you know that was 8?
Because if you have 8 and 0, it wouldn't make any more, so it would just be 8.
Okay. Keep going.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Can I ask you a question? What is 1 plus 8?
9.
9. How'd you know that?
Because if you had 8 plus 1, it would make 9. So if you had 1 plus 8, it would make 9.
So 1 plus 8 and 8 plus 1, would they give you the same answer? So when you flip them around, it's still the same? Okay. You want to keep going? What other ones do you know on this page?
4, 5, 6,
Okay.
7.
5 plus 2, you said that was 7. How do you know it's 7?
Because I put in my head 5 and then 7. I mean, 5 and then 2. And you could just do that and then put 2 and it would make 7.
So can you count out loud how you counted in your head?
I did 5, 6, 7.
Oh, so for 5 plus 2, you use the counting on. Okay. So keep going. What other ones do you know on here?
So was I right there?
Mm-hmm. So can I ask you a question? How do you know that's 8?
Like, I did it in my head again, but instead, like, if you have 6 and then 2 more, you could put, like, 1 dice that has 6 and 1 dice that has 2, and it would make 8.
So in your head, did you have to count on again? 6, 7, 8. Okay. Are there any more on here that you already know without having to count?
6.
3 plus 3 is 6. ask you a question. What about 7 plus 10?
17.
How do you know that?
Because even because like you just swap them, and because you could swap them like that and it would still make 17.
Oh, so 10 plus 7 and 7 plus 10 both equal 17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are there... All right, Miss Bree, you did a fantastic job. You already know a lot of your facts. That's great, okay? So what we're gonna do is we can count how many that you already know, and we have this graph for you, and it's gonna be your fluency chart progress. And so we're gonna color in how many facts you already know for the whole year. By the end of the year, you need to learn 66. So let's count how many you already know. You already know 39 of your facts. High five, girl. All right, so we're gonna color this in a little bit. We'll get to y'all let you color it in, okay? And then we're gonna figure out the ones that we wanna work on next. We're gonna make some flashcards, okay?
And that
So,
will be 11.
Yep, so we'll start with these. These are gonna be the ones that you start with, okay? And Ms. Reeves is gonna give you some flashcards that you're gonna get to study. And then the next time she pulls you can see the new ones that you know. Does that sound good? Okay, so the student that I just worked with, I just wanna kinda give an overview of what she knew. She already knows all of her facts with adding 0. She already knows all of her facts with counting on just 1. And she knows all of the facts where she adds 10 to a number. So, but when she started to struggle was when she had to count on 2 to a number. When she got to 5 plus 2, I could tell that she hesitated. So you'll see in the video that I asked her how she figured out it was 7, and she said she had to count on 2, and I could tell she wasn't fluent yet. She knew the strategy, but she wasn't fluent, so I didn't mark it as fluent on her chart. So she knows 39 of her 66 facts. So where her teacher is going to start with her is with counting on 2 from a number. So you'll see this chart in the Google Drive that I sent you guys, and you can use this as your guide. And I've put the strategies on here in the order and the progression that they need to learn them. So use this as your guide when you're working with kids. And if they do not answer it within 3 seconds, we cannot mark them fluent. If you see that they're counting in their head or anything like that, we can't mark them fluent. Even if they have a strategy, they're not always fluent. So she needs a little bit more time with counting on 2. Okay, so look at this chart right here. This has a lot of different addition facts on it. Do you know the answers to any of these just by looking at them? Okay, which ones do you know the answers to?
That one.
Can you say the answer as you point to it?
0. 10. 9.
Okay, can I stop you right there? Earlier you said 10 plus 2 was 12. How do you know that?
Because 10 and then 11 and 12.
Oh, so you were counting on. What about if I showed you this?
That it would be 11, because if you had a 1 more and then plus 10, that would still be 11.
Okay, so you're saying that 1 plus 10 is 11?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, and 10 plus 1 was also 11? Okay.
20. 8. 7.
Okay, how do you know that that's 7?
Because you have 4 and you can see 3 more and then you count it on.
Can you count on like did you do that in your head just now? Can you do it out loud for me? For 4 plus 3?
4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so for 4 plus 3, you counted on. And you did 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Are there any others on here that you know without having to count in your head? Does that make sense? Like you know the answer without having to count on in your head. Does that make sense? Are there any others that you know without having to do that?
8 plus 2 equals 10.
Okay.
9 plus 2 equals 11.
Okay.
9 plus 3 is 13. 8.
Okay. How do you know that 7 plus 0 is 7?
Because
it's just going to be the same number if you have 0.
Okay. What about if I gave you this? 0 plus 9.
It would still be 9.
Okay. All right, Miss Harley. So I'm gonna give you these facts, okay? And I just want to know if there's any on this page that you know the answer to without having to count or anything like that, like just that you know instantly. So just point to ones that you already know and say the answer as you point.
18, 19, 18, 16, 14.
How do you know that that's 14? 7 plus 7?
Because it's a double.
Because it's a double? Okay.
7.
How'd you know that was 7?
Well, because if you take the 3 and put it to the 4, it makes 5, and then the 3 is the 2.
Oh, so can you show me a picture of what that means?
Like 4. See?
Oh, so you took 1 from the 3 and gave it to, so you made 5 and 2. Oh, so 5 and 2 makes 7, and 4 and 3 makes 7. Okay. All right, Miss Harley, you did a really great job, okay? You already know so many of your facts. Let's count how many you know real fast. You already know 52 of your facts, and guess how many you have to learn by the end of the year? 66. Awesome job. It's only October. High five. Great job, Miss Harley. Thank you so much for doing this for us today, okay? All right, so I just finished testing all 4 of these students, and I just wanted to make something really clear to you guys that when they were explaining, the students would get finished with answering all of the questions where they are just adding 0 to a number. And so when they finished answering all of those, I would stop and I would make sure that 1, they knew the commutative property. And then 2, I made sure for that strategy that they knew how to explain it or in some way. And so I would always stop them to make sure they knew commutative property for that strategy and could explain it. Then I would move on to the next strategy. So I stopped and I used this color-coded chart that I sent you guys to help me with that. So I just want to make sure that's when I would stop each time. I wanted to make sure they could explain for every single one. And don't forget about that commutative property, because kids sometimes have a misconception and you may think they know that 8 plus 2 and 2 plus 8 are the same thing, but they don't always connect that. So definitely assess that for every single strategy to make sure there's not a misconception.